The weight of soil is 0.01762 kilonewton. Not mentioned anything about here to begin with. It is not mentioned anything about what type of soil it is. Simply it is a clay soil having volume of 1 in 10 power minus 3 meter cube and weighing 0.01762 kilonewton. Further, after being dried in oven, it has weight of 0.01368 kilonewton. If the specific gravity is 2.69, asked to find from its original condition, means from the fundamental principle, water content, void ratio, air voids, saturated unit weight and dry unit weight. Sample of clay soil of volume given, let us write given values. Volume of soil V is equal to 1 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube and weighing 0.01762 kilonewton. After being dried in oven has a weight of 0.01368 kilonewton, means, so this is the soil with in the beginning. After drying in the oven, it is 0.0368, means, so this must be a wet soil and this is a dry soil. It is usual practice to dry the soil in a oven. Oven means thermostatically controlled oven, to determine the water content. That we will discuss little later, how to determine water content in the laboratory after obtaining soil sample from the field. When soil dried in oven, after drying the soil in oven, that weight it has been reduced 0.01368 kilonewton, means this must be a wet weight. So W wet, weight of wet soil is equal to 0.01762 kilonewton. After being dried in oven, it has a weight of 0.01368 kilonewton. It must be a dry soil, that is W dry. W dry is equal to 0.01368 kilonewton. The soil has a specific gravity of 2.69. G is equal to 2.69. For these given data, asked to find the following from its original condition, means from the fundamental principle. The water content, small w is equal to question mark, then the void ratio, small e question mark, air content, AC question mark, air voids, percentage, let us consider as a percentage air void, Na. Next, saturated unit weight, gamma sat question mark, and lastly dry unit weight, it is gamma D question mark. As it is, we cannot find out these the required values. We have to proceed from the original condition or from the fundamental principle. So you need the definitions of various terminologies which we define based on phase diagram. Let us consider one by one as per the requirements. Now, given volume of soil 1 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube, wet weight of soil 0.01762 kilonewton and dry weight of soil. Difference of this wet weight and dry weight gives us the weight of water. Given wet weight of soil and dry weight of soil, difference of wet weight and dry weight gives us the weight of soil, or weight of water. Weight of water comma WW is equal to W wet minus W dry, that is equal to 0.01762 minus 0.01368. So we will get the weight of water as 0.00394 kilonewton. Wet weight we have designated as W wet, and the dry weight we designated as W dry. This dry weight can also be written as designated as WS. Dry weight of soil can also be designated as WS. That's what it is. W dry is equal to 0.01368 kilonewton. That is equal to WS. So weight of water we know, and weight of dry soil we know. We can easily find out water content. The first required value is water content. Therefore, water content W is equal to, from the definition of water content, it is weight of water by weight of soil solid, and it is expressed as percentage. WW divided by WS multiplied by 100. We have WW, it is 0.0039. It is 0.0039. That divided by weight of soil, dry soil is 0.01368 multiplied by 100, that gives us the water content is equal to 28.8%. Next, to calculate void ratio, so the available data are not sufficient. It is not possible to find out that void ratio based on this water content or by using this G. Just by knowing the water content and G, we cannot find out the void ratio. So to calculate void ratio, again we don't have this bulk unit weight or dry unit weight. So void ratio to be calculated based on the fundamental principle. Now let us calculate the required values one by one. Next, we have specific gravity G is equal to, from the definition of specific gravity is equal to unit weight of soil solids divided by unit weight of water. This can also be written as gamma S is nothing but unit weight of soil, that can be written as WS divided by V. So WS divided by V, Vs volume of solids, and this gamma W can be retained as it is. So G can also be written as like this, WS divided by Vs into gamma W. Here Ws by Vs is equal to gamma S. So from this expression we can easily find out the volume of soil solids. Therefore, volume of soil solids Vs is equal to Ws divided by G into gamma W, that is equal to, we have Ws, that is equal to 0.01368, that divided by G is 2.69 into gamma W known, it is 9 point, and we will get volume of soil solids is equal to 5.183 into 10 power minus 4, 5.183 into 10 power minus 4 meter cube. So volume of soil solids calculated. Next, also we have unit weight of water is equal to, in terms of weight by volume, weight of water divided by volume of water. Again, this is basic definition. Unit weight of water is equal to weight of water divided by volume of water. Therefore, volume of water is equal to weight of water divided by gamma W. That is equal to weight of water we calculated already here. This is weight of water 0.00394 kilonewton. It is 0.00394 multiplied by unit weight of water is 9.81. Solving this you will get 4.016 into 10 power minus 4. 4.016 into 10 power minus 4 meter cube. Next, for again this much is not sufficient to calculate a void ratio and all. We have volume of voids. Volume of voids can be expressed in terms of total volume and volume of solids. So we know total volume is equal to volume of solids plus volume of voids. Therefore, volume of voids is equal to total volume minus volume of solids. That is equal to, so total volume given is 1 into 10 power minus 1 into 10 power minus 3, and volume of solids is 5.183 into 10 power minus 4. Solving this we will get volume of voids. So volume of voids equal to 4.81 into 10 power 4.8117 into 10 power minus 4 meter cube. After calculating the volume of voids, we can also calculate the volume of air, and volume of air is equal to, so volume of voids is equal to, we have volume of voids is equal to volume of water plus volume of air. Therefore, volume of air is equal to volume of voids minus volume of water. So we can use this expression. Therefore, volume of air is equal to volume of voids minus volume of water, that is equal to 4.81 4.817 into 10 power minus 4 minus volume of water 4.016 into 10 power minus 4, that is equal to 8.01 into 10 power minus 5. 8.01 into 10 power minus 5 meter cube. See, only these values are given. We need to calculate all these values, that is water content, first weight of water content, then volume of solids, then volume of water, next volume of voids, volume of air. So after calculating all these, so to calculate all this you need to know about the definitions of soil, definition of terminology which we obtained based on phase diagram. Now next you can easily calculate the required values. We can calculate the void ratio directly here. So void ratio E is equal to, again from the definition of void ratio, VB by Vs, volume of voids by volume of solids. We have volume of voids, that is equal to, volume of voids is 4.817 into 10 power minus 4 divided by volume of solids, it is 5.18. 5.183 into 10 power minus 4 will get void ratio. So void ratio is equal to 0.929. 0.929. Next, asked to calculate the percentage air voids. Air content, simply it's air voids, it is asked. We can calculate both porosity and percentage air voids. Next, porosity, N is equal to E divided by 1 plus E multiplied by 100, that is equal to, we have void ratio 0.929 divided by 1 plus 0.929 multiplied by 100, that is equal to 48.16%. Next, percentage air voids, N suffix A, that is equal to volume of air voids divided by total volume, that again multiplied by 100. Volume of air voids we calculated. What is volume of air voids? It is 8.01 into 10 power minus 5, that divided by total volume is given 1 into 10 power minus 3, that multiplied by 100 gives us the percentage air voids 8.01%. So after calculating air content, next it is asked to calculate the saturated unit weight and dry unit weight. Next, saturated unit weight, gamma sat is equal to, we have expression G plus C divided by 1 plus E, that multiplied by gamma W. If you substitute the values here, G is 2.69 plus E is 0.929, that divided by again 1 plus 0.929, unit weight is 9.81. You will get the saturated unit weight is equal to 18.45 kilonewton per meter cube. 18.45 kilonewton per meter cube. Lastly, asked to calculate gamma D. Gamma D can be easily calculated. Lastly, gamma D is equal to, we have expressions gamma D is equal to G divided by 1 plus E into gamma W, or gamma D is equal to gamma B divided by 1 plus W. We don't have gamma B, obviously we can use the second option. Gamma D is equal to G divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. So specific gravity, void ratio and unit weight of water we know, we can easily calculate gamma D. Solving, substituting and solving, you will get 13.68 kilonewton per 13.68 kilonewton per meter cube. So like this we can easily solve the problem. Only minimum number of known values wet weight, dry weight, volume and specific gravity. So we can calculate all the remaining values. To calculate all those, we need the fundamental definitions and the concept of the soil based on phase diagram and their relevant expressions. Let us consider another problem. A natural soil has a bulk density of 18 kilonewton per meter cube. And water content of 8%, full stop. Calculate the amount of water required to be added to 1 meter cube of soil to raise the water content to 18%, full stop. What will be the degree of saturation? At this water content. Assume void ratio remains constant, stop. Take GS is equal to 2.7. Another interesting problem, it is again the field related problem. A natural soil has a bulk density of 18 kilonewton per meter cube and water content of 8%. Soil existing in nature has a bulk density, loosely sometimes we call the unit weight as density, again it is acceptable. To be more precise, we have to call it as unit weight. Okay, we can accept it. A natural soil has a bulk density of 18 kilonewton per meter cube and water content of 8%. So, bulk unit weight of soil given gamma B is equal to 18 kilonewton per meter cube and having a water content of 8%, W is equal to 8%. Is equal to 0.08. For this condition, asked to calculate the amount of water required to be added. Amount of water required means it is weight of water. WW is equal to question mark. To be added to 1 meter cube of soil means the volume of soil is 1 meter cube. To raise the water content to 18%. When soil is in nature means in the field, the water content was 8%. If you are intended to raise water content from 8 to 18%, what will be the water content required to be added to 1 meter cube of soil? That is the requirement here. So volume is equal to 1 meter cube, then degree of saturation SR is equal to question mark. Assume void remains constant, void ratio remains constant. Voids remains constant, it is given. Voids remains constant is something but void ratio remains constant. GS is given. GS is nothing but specific gravity of soil solids, that is equal to G 2.7. So it's required to calculate weight of water required if we are intended to raise water content from 18 to 18%, then the degree of saturation corresponding to this water content. So for that, let us proceed like this. We have gamma D is equal to dry unit weight. Gamma D is equal to gamma B divided by 1 plus W. This is the simplest expression we have. Of course, gamma D is equal to, we have another one, but for that we don't have void ratio. Gamma D is equal to G divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. So gamma D is equal to gamma B divided by 1 plus W, that is equal to 18 divided by 1 plus 0.08. This is in its natural condition. So we will get gamma D is equal to 16.67 kilonewton per meter cube. Further, we can also write gamma D in terms of weight of soil solids and volume. Gamma D is equal to Ws divided by V. Therefore, weight of soil solids is equal to gamma D into 1, that is volume, that is equal to 16.67 multiplied by volume of soil, it is 1 meter cube, is equal to 16.67 kilonewton. Now, knowing the volume of solids, the weight of solids. So weight of solids is constant here because volume is constant, void ratio is constant. Then voids are constant, weight of solids in a given soil mass must be constant. Now by considering this water content, the initial water content and the final water content, we can easily calculate the weight of the wet soil. Weight of wet soil. So weight of wet soil when water content was 8% and weight of wet soil when water content was 18%. So difference of wet weights calculated when water content of 18% and when water content of 8% gives us the weight of water required to be added to raise water content from 8% to 18%. Next, when water content is 8%, that is W is equal to 8%, that is equal to 0.08. We have water content W is equal to weight of water divided by weight of soil solids. Therefore, weight of water is equal to water content multiplied by weight of soil solids, that is equal to 0.08 multiplied by weight of soil solids is constant because voids are constant, 16.67. It works out to be weight of water is equal to, it is 1.33 kilonewton. Next, when water content raised to 18%, that is W is equal to 18%, that is equal to 0.18. Here again Ws is equal to same because volume is the void ratio is same, 16.67 kilonewton. Therefore, weight of water, water content is equal to weight of water divided by weight of soil solids. Here water content is equal to 18%, that is WW is equal to W into Ws, that is equal to 0.18 multiplied by 16.67. So you will get the weight of water is equal to 3 kilonewton. Therefore, there is another W, weight of water when water content was 18%. This is weight of water when water content was 8%. Therefore, weight of water to be added to raise water content from 8% to 18% is equal to 3 minus 1.33. So this is the required weight of water, that is equal to 1.67 kilonewton weight of. So we can also find out volume of water to be added. Also, volume of water to be added, that is gamma W is equal to weight of water divided by volume of water. Therefore, volume of water is equal to weight of water divided by unit weight of water, 9.81. That is equal to weight of water is 1.67 multiplied by 9.81. That gives you the, so volume of water to be added also, it is 0.17 meter cube. 0.17 meter cube. It's also asked to calculate the degree of saturation. To calculate degree of saturation, you need void ratio, and the void ratio is not calculated so far. Let us calculate that void ratio also. Further, here I write a ready-made equation for void ratio. E is equal to G divided by gamma D into gamma W minus 1. So gamma D is equal to G divided by 1 plus into gamma W. That can be rewritten as like this. If you substitute values here, you will get 2.7 divided by the gamma D is 16.67 into 9.81 minus 1. We will get the void ratio is equal to 0.59. Also, it is asked to calculate the degree of saturation. Lastly, degree of saturation SR is equal to Wg divided by E. So water content is known, then this water content is known, then G is known, E is known, but this water content means 18%. That is equal to 0.18 multiplied by 2.7 that divided by 0.59. Of course, this must be multiplied by 100 because we have to express degree of saturation in percentage. That is equal to 82.37%. So like this you can solve. Based on the given data, we can solve the problem to obtain the required values. So with this, we will stop to this level, and we can solve the problem with other given data. For all the problems, the same procedure we adapt. We will have some more problems as assignments, and if you have any doubts in solving problem, then we can discuss and complete the problems. The weight of soil coated with the thin layer of paraffin wax was 6.90 Newton. Full stop. The soil alone weighs 6.83 Newton. Full stop. When the soil is immersed in water, it displaces 360 ml of water stop. The specific gravity of soil is 2.73 and that of wax is 0.89. For this, asked to find the void ratio degree of saturation, if the water content is 17%, let us understand the problem, then we can solve easily. The weight of soil coated with thin layer of paraffin wax was 6.90 Newton. The soil alone weighs 6.83 Newton. When the soil is immersed in water, it displaces 360 ml of water. The specific gravity of soil is 2.73 and that of wax is 0.89. For this, asked to find void ratio and degree of saturation of soil if the water content is 17%. Let us know about what is this paraffin wax. Soil which we obtain from the field for conducting experiments on field soil is known as sample. To obtain soil sample, we use suitable samplers. Soil obtained in the field to be preserved for their disturbance means soil should not be a disturbed one in all respect, it should be undisturbed one. At the same time, we have to preserve the moisture content of the soil, natural moisture content of the soil. To preserve the moisture content of natural soil, of course we can keep it in polythene bags or in a container. Before that, soil to be sealed by means of suitable wax or suitable grease, something like that. If it is sealed, then you can avoid the evaporation of moisture content. That type of soil we come across here. Weight of soil coated with thin layer of paraffin wax. Paraffin wax is nothing but grease. The thin layer of grease coat can be applied on the soil sample to avoid evaporation of water content, and that is 6.90 Newton. Means the weight of soil coated with thin layer of paraffin wax was 6.90 Newton. Means it includes both weight of soil and weight of wax. So we can write, given weight of soil and wax, that is equal to 6.90 Newton, that is equal to 6.90 into 10 power minus 3 kilonewton. Let us convert this into kilonewton so that we can obtain the unit weights in kilonewton per meter cube. Next, the weight of soil alone is 6.83. Next, weight of soil is equal to 6.83 Newton, that is equal to 6.83 into 10 power minus 3 kilonewton. We have weight of soil and wax, then we have weight of soil. So, numerical difference of this weight of soil plus wax and weight of soil gives us the weight of soil, or sorry, weight of wax. So, numerical difference of this weight of soil and wax minus weight of soil is equal to weight of wax. Therefore, weight of wax that can be denoted by W wax is equal to 6.90 into 10 power minus 3 minus 6.83 into 10 power minus 3. So, this works out to be 0.07. Next, when the soil is immersed in water, it displaces 360 ml of water. When the soil is immersed in water, when soil is coated with thin layer of paraffin wax, and if it is immersed in water, it displaces 360 ml of water. Let us take this little later. The specific gravity of soil is G is equal to 2.73 and that of wax is 0.89, that is you can designate it as G wax. G wax is equal to 0.89. It is asked to find void ratio and degree of saturation given water content. W is equal to 17%, that is equal to 0.17. Of course, you can write this also as the given data. When the soil is immersed in water, it displaces 360 ml of water, means volume of soil plus volume of wax is equal to 360 ml, that is equal to 360 into 10 power minus 6 meter cube. Now, let us proceed to calculate the required data void ratio and degree of saturation of soil. We have weight of wax and we know specific gravity of wax. From the definition of specific gravity, we have specific gravity G is equal to unit weight of soil divided by unit weight of water. So, in the same line we can write equation for specific gravity of wax. Therefore, G wax is equal to, here gamma S is unit weight of soil, this becomes gamma wax, unit weight of wax that divided by unit weight of water. This can also be written as gamma wax is nothing but weight of wax divided by volume of wax, that is G wax is equal to Gamma wax is equal to W wax divided by volume of wax, that divided by gamma W. This can be simplified. G wax is equal to W wax divided by V wax. V wax means volume of wax into 1 over gamma W. We know specific gravity of wax, it is 0.89. Weight of wax we calculated here. Then unit weight of water is known, 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. The only unknown here is volume of wax. Therefore, by substituting numerical values, you will get volume of wax, that is equal to 8.02 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube. 8.02 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube. 10 power minus 6 meter cube. So now we know volume of wax, we know weight of wax. Given when the soil coated with paraffin wax is immersed in water, it displaces 360 ml of water. When soil along with wax is immersed in water, it displaces 360 ml of water. So volume of soil plus volume of wax is equal to 360 ml. So from this we know volume of wax, we know volume of soil and volume of wax. So from this we can calculate volume of soil. So volume of soil is equal to volume of soil plus volume of wax minus volume of wax. Therefore, volume of soil is equal to, we have volume of soil plus volume of wax is equal to 360 into 10 power minus 6 minus 8.02 into 10 power minus 6. So we will get volume of soil, it can be designated as V, total volume. V is equal to 351.98 in 10 power minus 351.98 into 10 power minus 6 meter cube. Now we can easily find out the required values. It is asked to find the void ratio, then degree of saturation. As it is from the available data, we cannot determine the void ratio, but void ratio and degree of saturation can be obtained after determining the dry density of the soil. Again, we cannot determine dry density of the soil or dry unit weight of soil with this available data. We have weight of soil. Weight of soil is equal to 6.83 into 10 power minus 3. This is weight of soil alone. Then we calculated the volume of soil. Volume of soil is equal to 351.98 into 10 power minus 6. So bulk unit weight of soil is equal to the total weight of soil divided by volume of soil. After calculating bulk unit weight, knowing the water content of the soil, having unit weight, bulk unit weight, we can determine dry unit weight. Then once you calculate dry unit weight, you can easily calculate the void ratio. And lastly, we can find out the degree of saturation. Next, bulk unit weight. Gamma B is equal to W divided by V. So this can be designated as W. That is equal to 6.83 into 10 power minus 3, that divided by volume 351.98 into 10 power minus 6. So we will get bulk unit weight of soil is equal to 19.4 kilonewton per meter cube. 19.4 kilonewton per meter cube. Once we calculate bulk unit weight, we can easily calculate dry unit weight, and dry unit weight gamma D is equal to simple expression we have, it is gamma B divided by 1 plus W, water content. That is equal to gamma B known 19.4, that divided by 1 plus W is water content of soil given 0.17. You will get the dry unit weight of soil as 16.58 kilonewton per meter cube. 16.58 kilonewton per meter cube. Now we can readily calculate the void ratio and degree of saturation. Further, we have Wg is equal to SR into E, water content, specific gravity, degree of saturation. Before that, we have gamma D is equal to G divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. Therefore, void ratio E is equal to G divided by gamma D to gamma W minus 1. Substitute the values, all values are known here. So G is 2.73, gamma D is 16.58, 9.81 minus 1, we will get the void ratio as 0.6. So one more required value is degree of saturation. Lastly, Wg is equal to SR into E. We have this expression also. Therefore, SR is equal to Wg divided by E. Of course, we are going to express this degree of saturation in percentage. That must be multiplied by 100. That is equal to 0.17 into 2.73. That divided by E is 0.6. Multiplied by 100, solving you will get degree of saturation as 77.35%. 77.35%. So it is the field problem. If you obtain soil sample from the field and the soil sample is coated with wax or this grease, if you take this observation and knowing the specific gravity of soil and specific gravity of grease or wax, we can comfortably calculate the required value, namely say water content, void ratio, specific gravity, the what's called as bulk unit weight, dry unit weight, degree of saturation, etc.